Hello there, welcome to Ann Evolving. This video is about how to do a wing as a woman over 50 to open the eye and to lift the eye and get this look using an eyeliner as well as an eyeshadow. And if you're interested in how I got this look and you want to learn a few tips, then stay tuned. I'm going to show you how to convert this outer area to a wing, if that's something you're interested in. You can either use a black eyeliner. This one has a very thin tip, or you can use the darker shade in the palette. And what I would do with that is I would wet a brush. So I think I'm going to show you both ways. So beginning with the eye over here, I'm going to take the eyeliner and I'm just going to draw a line straight up. I hope I'm doing this okay because I don't have glasses on. Let me peek. Okay, yeah, that's good. So it's like this, and you do this with your eye open. So as you can see, I'm just going up right there, and then when you close it, oh my goodness, I forgot about my handy dandy makeup mirror. So I'm going to take it like that, and you can then close your eye and bring it down, like yay. All right, so that's one side. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take it and just bring it on down, like that. And then fill it in. And then I just take it to the tip of that eyelash area, like that. And that's it. I like the length of this tip because then I can use it as a stamp. So as I said, I take it, I stamp with the eye open right here, then I close the eye and I very gently come down like that. I can come down. The other thing is I use it to roll and stamp. Then I just fill it in. And then I come down right here and I just press it right under those eyelashes on the underside and just very gently, the same thing. So I'm using the length of the pencil to roll as a stamp. And that is basically how I do an eyeliner. So when you look straight ahead, you can see that it is a wing, it is going upward, and then when I shut my eye, you can see it's definitely not the kind of wing that you see perhaps on a younger eye, which is drawn like this. They draw out, and then, so they go like this, and then they connect. When the eye is older, by looking up and stamping it, it does tend to look different when you close your eye. You can see I'm going straight up and it is different looking. I love how I feel when I do a wing liner. It's fun to have a little bit more time to do something like this on the weekend or when you're going out. That is my approach using the Stila eyeliner. The next way I'm going to do this is using a darker eyeshadow. And what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to wet my brush and dip that into the eyeshadow and do the liner that way. So hang on, let me wet my brush. The brush is wet and I'm going to take that and just drag it across, tap off any excess. I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to look straight ahead into a mirror. I'm going to look forward because I think you're going to see that really well. And then I'll check myself in the mirror. So I'm going to come right here on the outside and I'm going to look up just a little bit and I'm going to stamp the outside area right there, straight up and down. So you see? Oh, had a little too much water. It was dripping down, dripping tears. Okay, so tap that in. And again, I'm going to keep my eye open and I'm going to stamp just like that. So you can see the stamp is there. Then I'm going to close my eyes so you can see it. Let me check what I've done. I'm gonna check over here. All right, good. So then I'm going to just hold it just a little bit and close my eye and drag it down. So I'm doing the same thing with this eye. Following the lash line, stamping it with the dark brown, and making sure that it's coming down like that. That's basically that. So let's see if I can show you. So this is what it looks like once they're done. And again, if it's a little rough, know that I will know that once I look into the mirror and I can clean up the edges. But I want you to see, and so not wearing eyeglasses or looking over here, it may be a little off, but you can really refine it with the brushes that you have or the tools that you have. And I think these two are really good. You can also use the other side of an eyebrow brush. Using something small like this or like this is a good tool to use for the wing. The other thing I want to say is the neat thing about using an eyeshadow is that gives you the freedom to use other colors. Sometimes using an eyeshadow in the wing is a little softer than using a black eyeliner. This can be very harsh. I love using the black eyeliner sometimes, but I find myself using kind of this approach to the outside corner of the eye a lot. It's not as defined as the liner, but it does open my eyes up and lift, I think, the outside of the eye. And I tend to have such dark circles here that anything that can change the focus to the outer area is kind of my approach. I then take a little bit of concealer. I've been using this NYX concealer, or you can use this that we just used, but I'm just grabbing this because I know it sets down nicely, and I just kind of go back in and define the outer corner, sharpen it up. Same thing over here. Again, I hope that as women over 50, you can appreciate doing this without glasses, and it's just basically giving you the tip that I've learned to do an eye look that includes a wing to the best of my ability without glasses. So I hope that's good. All right, so now that we have that, sometimes what I'll do is I'll go back in because now it's pretty defined, and I will touch into the color that adds just a little bit of depth in that outside area. Most of my eyeshadow application is done with my eye open, and then I close it. So again, I'm open here, and I'm just trying to keep that shape. Same thing here, trying to lift the eye above to create that shape, and then I close it and can pack on a little bit of color there if that's what I'm looking to do, and that is what I'm looking to do. I'm trying to sharpen up the look and the height of that wing. Then the last thing I do is I like to go in, and this is my Soft Glam palette, I like to pick out a little bit of a shimmer or a little bit of a lighter color, and I like to put that right on the inside. So I'm gonna try this one, and I'm just gonna use my finger. I'm gonna pack that right there, and that just gives a nice contrast, I think, to the eye and keeps that inside area light and bright. So that is it. That is the look on the upper part. All right, so there you have it. That is the finished eye look with the eyes down, eyes open. Now I'm going to do my brows. So I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics Brow Power. I like this. It tends to stay all day unless I touch my face and smudge my eyebrows, which I do often. So I'm looking for a brow gel. I can't seem to find one. You've heard that story if you watched my other Get Ready With Me, so onward. So again, when I do my eyebrows, I just take this. There's a fuzz on my face, cat fuzz. I'm gonna take this and I'm going to just mark right here, and then you kind of eyeball right there, and then the end of the eye should be right around there, or the end of the tail of the brow. Same thing over here. This is kind of where you start. This is in the middle, and the end should be somewhere around right there. Doing that, I'm going to just fill in the brow, and I might speed this up a little bit. Goodness. I am so curled up doing this. Oh. Okay, I'm going to lift. I'm going to lift and do this in a way that's not so full of angst. Oh, okay. Posture is such an important thing, and I've always struggled with posture. I'm 5'11", and I was always super tall for my age until everyone else caught up, and I was still tall. But I find that when I was young, I was always kind of hunkering down to kind of fit in with others around me. And my entire life, I have struggled with good posture. I used to take ballet to help me stand and enjoy and elongate myself. And when I don't pay attention, I go right back into that kind of hunkered down, low, humpy. I always tend to go back to that position. I think it's just so much my habit. And I'm working on that. That's another something that I am working on to improve my confidence and to stand proud. So I'm going to try and hold myself accountable in these videos to standing up and to having good posture in these videos. So every time I am slumping, I'm going to try and stop myself. And so you may see that in different cuts of the videos when I find myself hunching over to when I correct myself. It's an ongoing challenge, and it's always been a part of my life. And now that I'm older, I am just really tuning into it, because I have seen pictures of myself where I'm not standing tall. It's just because I'm not aware of it anymore. I love my height now. I'm proud of my height now. I'm not embarrassed to be super tall anymore, but it's a bad habit. So I'm working on that. So as I continue to evolve, that's one of the things that I have noticed, and being mindful of it at least gives me the insight to own it and correct it or work on it at least. All right, so there you have it. My brows are done. I'm happy with that. It's not, like I said, none of these things are expertly done, but it's me feeling better about putting my best face forward. All right, I can already tell that the blush is not defined enough, so I'm gonna go in with this Tarte palette that my daughter gave me, one of my daughters gave me, and I'm going to use, I think I'm gonna use this very bright color and just kind of put that right here on the cheeks, because just like my lips eat lipstick, I think that my face does tend to absorb color, and I know it's a lot. That's something I choose to do because it makes me feel vibrant and youthful. And the last thing I'm going to do is my mascara. I'm going to curl my lashes. I'm probably going to curl them and then I'll be right back. It depends on when I'm editing, if I hold my mouth open and do funny faces, if I decide to keep this in or not. So we shall see. Next thing I'm going to do is my It Superhero Mascara. Here we go. I'm going to blink, try and coat the front and back a little bit. I use a eyelash serum at night to help lengthen my lashes. I want to say about 6 years ago, my lashes started getting sparse and pretty short. And I've always thought that eyelashes are a wonderful way to frame the eyes. And I thought, I'm gonna try one of those serums, but I didn't want to go to the dermatologist and get the expensive one. So I started trying different eyelash serums, just ordering them through Amazon. And I found the Grand Lash, which worked really well for me. And then I started trying other versions that were less expensive and they didn't work. So I went back to the Grand and it kind of brought the lashes back up to the length that I like them. And now I'm trying a different one because I've seen Kimberly at Pretty Over 50 uses the one that I'm trying. And I think her lashes look really nice and full. And I thought, well, if it worked for her, that one may work for me, and it is less expensive. So this is it. This is the one that she recommended, and I bought it, and I've been using it for about 2 or 3 weeks now. I will let you know how it goes, but they're not getting shorter. And I know that once you grow them out, as long as you continue to use it every day or every other day, it should maintain the growth. With the other ones that I tried that were not the Grand Lash, I did pretty quickly seem to notice they started falling out and getting shorter. So I have noticed losing a few. So I'm watching that carefully because it's nice to be able to have a fuller lash, and I don't want to lose the progress. But the good thing is, if this doesn't work, I know that going back to the Grand Lash will rebuild those lashes and the volume. I know I found something that worked with the Grand Lash, and just trying this to see if it works as well at less the price. Even if it doesn't work, I know I can find a product that's not the Latisse through the dermatologist that I would have to pay so much for. So there's that. All right, I have on my mascara, and I've decided that since I did the wing, I'm not gonna do any color under my eyes, and I'm not gonna do a lower lash mascara. But I am going to go ahead and line my lips, and I'm not going to do that facing you. I'm gonna do that over here real quick. I'm also going to fill in the lips with the color. This is, oh my goodness. This is the Maybelline New York Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner in color 110 Purely Nude. The next thing I'm going to do, and I will read this before I take off my glasses, I'm going to use the Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Ink, and this is in the color Peachy. So I bought these two together because I thought they looked good together, and you tell me what you think. So that is the finished look, and now that I have everything on, I'm going to take the Morphe spray again, and I'm going to shake it up, and I'm going to set this. Watch how this works. So there's that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that everything under the eyes is pressed in a little bit with using that setting spray. And I'm also going to check the inner corner of the eyes, but I'm going to use this blender to press in what I just did, making sure to take care of the lines that usually might collect a little bit of makeup in them. So I am pretty much set to go, I think. Might put a little bit of gloss on top of the lips. So this is the Lisa Eldridge in Charm. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that on top for a little bit of gloss. So that's that. That's going to be my catchphrase, so that's that. I've listened back to my videos, and I know I say it a lot, but that's that. All right, so what I will probably do is get dressed, decide what I'm wearing, and believe it or not, I'm probably going to come back and put a little more blush on. Let's see if I can build that up the way I want it. All right, I like it. I feel really good about my day. I hope you enjoyed learning today about how I put on a winged liner using eyeliner as well as eyeshadow. I enjoy trying new things, and like I said, this is something that even though we're over 50, I think it's a great look. I think it does open up the eye and lift the eye, And I'm interested to know if you try it, if you thought this was helpful, and feel free to share any tips of yours with the community here on And Evolving. Feel free to share a picture of you trying this. I'm eager to know if it worked for you. And if you have any questions, just pop them below. I'd be happy to answer them. But again, I'm not a professional or authority. I'm just a woman over 50, just like you. And I hope this was fun for you. I always enjoy hanging out, and I'm really enjoying making these videos for women over 50, just like me. So until next time, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And please, if you haven't yet subscribed, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell and leave me a comment or a picture or something like that. I'm looking forward to getting to know you better, and I will see you next time.